Hi guys, how are you all doing? Great. So today we are going to start off with your midterm preparations, है ना? तो we have started a new series जिसमें we are going to discuss questions, important questions which might directly or indirectly come in your exams, okay? Which might directly or indirectly come in your exams. And today बायोलॉजी में मैं स्टार्ट करने वाला हूँ फर्स्ट चैप्टर दैट इज लाइफ प्रोसेस. ठीक है, हम इसमें डिटेल में कर चुके हैं. लाइफ प्रोसेस में डिटेल में हम रेस्पिरेशन और ट्रांसपोर्टेशन कर चुके हैं. प्लीज वॉच इट अंडर द सीरीज कॉल्ड एज उमंग. एंड टुडे वी आर गोना डिस्कस क्वेश्चंस गाइस, क्योंकि होता क्या है ना, एग्जाम्स में द क्वेश्चंस गेट्स रिपीटेड एंड द बेस्ट वे टू रिवाइज एनीथिंग, कुछ भी रिवाइज करने का सबसे बेस्ट तरीका होता है टू लुक एट द पास्ट ईयर्स क्वेश्चन पेपर गाइस. Trust me on this, when we focus on the past year questions, okay, questions आप देख के उनके concepts को आप revise करोगे, that is the best revision which you could do for any exam, okay. That is the way to go for attempting any exam. आपकी पूरी रिवीजन हो जाएगी और आपको इंपॉर्टेंट की वर्ड्स याद हो जाएंगे. ठीक है गाइस, तो मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि किस तरह से आपको प्रिपरेशन करनी चाहिए अपनी एग्जाम्स के लिए. तो लेट्स बिगिन विद द फर्स्ट चैप्टर दैट इज लाइफ प्रोसेस इन बायोलॉजी. ओके, सो आप जैसे आप लोगों को पता ही है कि बायोलॉजी में पहला चैप्टर लाइफ प्रोसेस, उसमें फर्स्ट सब टॉपिक है न्यूट्रिशन. इन दिस वी स्टडी अबाउट टाइप्स ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन, दैट इज ऑटोट्रॉफिक मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन एंड हेटेरोट्रॉफिक मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन. ठीक है, ऑटोट्रॉफिक न्यूट्रिशन क्या होता है, फोटोसिंथेसिस क्या होता है, ठीक है, व्हाट आर द रिक्वायरमेंट्स फॉर फोटोसिंथेसिस, व्हाट इज द इक्वेशन फॉर फोटोसिंथेसिस. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट गाइस. अगर ये चीजें आप थोड़ा बुलेट पॉइंट्स में कर लीजिए. आई विल ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन एज मच एज पॉसिबल, जितना मैक्सिमम हो सके मैं उतना एक्सप्लेन करूंगा. कॉन्सेप्ट्स को ऑल्सो आई विल ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन. ठीक है, बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट इफ आई एम नॉट एबल टू आंसर आप लोग थोड़ा वट एवर की वर्ड्स और की पॉइंट्स आई एम टेलिंग, ओके, जस्ट फोकस ऑन देम. आई कीप टेलिंग कि व्हाट यू नीड टू स्टडी फ्रॉम दिस, सो जस्ट डू दैट. ओके गाइस, देन अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट the second sub topic is digestion. Basically digestion humans, okay, human digestive system के बारे में हम पढ़ते हैं कि food जो हम खाते हैं वो कैसे move करना है मेरी बॉडी में, है ना, what happens to the food which I eat, है ना, what all are the enzymes which help in breakdown of the food, what is the purpose of digestion. ठीक है, तो आप बताइए मुझे what is the purpose of digestion, okay, and how is it different from respiration, है ना, ये हमने डिस्कस कर रखा है. देन टॉकिंग अबाउट गाइस रेस्पिरेशन क्या होता है ना, व्हाट इज रेस्पिरेशन. एंड दिस गाइस रेस्पिरेशन हमने बहुत डिटेल एनालिसिस करी हुई है. ठीक है, हमने डिटेल में डिस्कस करा है रेस्पिरेशन एंड ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. प्लीज डू वॉच द उमंग सीरीज. देन एक्सक्रीशन गाइस. सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग मच टाइम लेट मी टेक यू टू द क्वेश्चंस. ओके, yes guys, the first question is what is transpiration. Okay, this question had come in the board exams. ओके, इस साल का जो बोर्ड एग्जाम था उसमें ये क्वेश्चन आया था. ठीक है, सो इट बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, ये मैंने डिस्कस भी करा है क्लास में. सो आई रिक्वेस्ट यू गाइस, ठीक है, अपने एक नोटबुक लेके रखिए साइड में और उस पर लिखने की कोशिश करिए वॉट एवर कम्स टू योर माइंड गाइस, है ना, वॉट एवर कम्स टू योर माइंड. नो नीड टू मग अप एग्जैक्ट थिंग्स. व्हाट आई वांट यू टू डू इज लर्न बाय द कीवर्ड्स गाइस. Learn the important keywords, okay, learn the important keywords and you will sail through. Okay, so yeah, explain me guys what is transpiration. Very easy question, okay, very easy question, है ना, हमने डिस्कस भी करा है. Just try it answering yourself, है ना guys. And trust me guys, writing is not an easy thing, okay. Memorizing and writing is easy thing, but writing your own sentence based on keywords is the most difficult thing, and this is gonna help you in future also. This will increase your perspective. आपका perspective इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ा देगा. And guys, trust me, the people who can write, their mind is very open. And it's a very rare skill, है ना, which adults also don't have. Even I struggle, okay, for writing. But yeah, it develops with time, and I want all my students to develop this skill. Okay, guys. So yeah. So what is transpiration, guys? I know many of you would be knowing it. I'll just tell you. And it is the loss of water from the surface of the leaves, and in the form of water vapor, right? For example, there is a tree, right? There is a tree. है ना, there's a tree, then it is in the sun, there is a sun over here. Now what happens, because of the sun's rays, what happens, the water is lost from the surface of the leaves. What happens, जो leaves हैं उसकी surface पे से water का loss होता है in the form of water vapor. So that loss of water from the surface of the leaves in the form of water vapor is called as transpiration, guys. It is called as transpiration, है ना. Now how does transpiration takes place? It takes place through the pores called as stomata. हमारी leaves जो होती हैं उसमें छोटे छोटे हमारी जो leaves होती हैं, they have small pores throughout the surface of the leaves called as stomata, guys. Right, stomata क्या करता है? Stomata are pores present on the surface of the leaves. And when you see a stomata, guys, stomata is enclosed by two bean-shaped cells called as the guard cells. Guys, I am giving all the extra information related to the question also. ठीक है, तो व्हाट डिड आई टेल यू, जो भी हम क्वेश्चंस यहां डिस्कस करेंगे वो डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली आएंगे आपके एग्जाम में. ओके गाइस, एंड दिस पोर इज स्टोमाटा. Right guys, what is the other function of stomata? Helps in transpiration. Apart from that, it also helps in exchange of gases in the plant. Right, exchange of gases मतलब कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड जो प्लांट यूज करता है हमारे फोटोसिंथेसिस के लिए, it enters into the plant through stomata. जो ऑक्सीजन बनता है हमारे प्लांट में as a result of photosynthesis, it is also released by stomata. It is also released through stomata. Water vapor is released, oxygen is released, and carbon dioxide goes into the plant through stomata. Right guys, did you understand what is transpiration? Transpiration is the process of loss of water from the surface of the leaves through stomata. Another thing guys, एक बहुत ही important question आता है ना, what is transpirational pull? What is transpirational pull? It's a very important question. Now transpirational pull क्या होता है guys? What happens is, see this is my plant का roots, right? Plant का roots. Now what happens? How does water move inside a plant? आपने देखा होगा बहुत tall trees होते हैं, है ना. Water कैसे ऊपर तक पहुंचता है? There is no water pump over there, है ना. How does it reach to the tall plants, top of the tall plants? By guys something called as transpirational pull. Now what is this transpirational pull? What happens is when transpiration takes place, a vacuum is created in the xylem vessels. Xylem क्या करता है? Xylem helps in transportation of water and minerals in the plant. Whereas phloem, what does the phloem do? Phloem helps in transportation of food. So now we are only talking about xylem. So xylem क्या होता है? Water transport करता है in the plant. Now what happens when transpiration takes place? जब water vapor escape करता है from the surface of the leaves, एक vacuum create होता है हमारी xylem vessels में. So this is my xylem vessels. This is xylem. When water escapes, a vacuum is created in this vessel. This vacuum, what does it do? It pulls water molecules up also. It creates a pull which pulls the water molecule up into the plant. Likewise, this is how the water enters into the root and it moves into the upper part of the plant. Are you able to understand? So transpiration creates a pull which moves water from the ground towards the higher reaches of the plant. मतलब एक पुल क्रिएट होता है ट्रांसपिरेशन की वजह से जो वाटर को हमारे प्लांट के अंदर मूव करता है. गाइस, आपने क्या क्या पढ़ा? हमने पढ़ा ट्रांसपिरेशन क्या है, ट्रांसपिरेशनल पुल क्या है, स्टोमेटा क्या है, स्टोमेटा के फंक्शंस क्या है ना, और स्टोमेटा के स्ट्रक्चर क्या है. स्टोमेटा इज सराउंडेड बाय बीन शेप्ड सेल्स कॉल्ड एज गार्ड cells. This is what we have done. Guys, this is a quick revision, okay? But still I'm trying to give you as many concepts as possible. है ना बच्चे? Let's move guys. है ना? Let's move to the next question. As I was telling you, transpiration is the process of loss of water from the surface of the leaves in the form of water vapor through stomata. So what are the keywords over here guys? What are the keywords you need to... Oh my god, sorry. what are the keywords I want you to focus on is, है ना, loss of water from the surface of the leaves, है ना, in the form of water vapor through stomata. These are the keywords you should remember and you should be able to make a sentence out of it. Right guys, let's move forward. Right guys, the question is, mention any two components of the blood. Very easy question, है ना, इससे आसान क्या हो सकता है? This has come in the exam, okay, already. So yeah, mention any two components of the blood guys. आप ट्राई करिए. Exactly, हमने क्या पढ़ा था, है ना, blood is made up of what? Two components, plasma and blood cells. Blood is made up of two components, that is plasma and blood cells. The blood cells are of further three types. What are the three types of blood cells guys? RBC, WBC and platelets. Right guys, so we can write it over there. Then next question is, trace the movements. Yes guys, trace the movement of oxygenated blood in the body. Matlab, what is the pathway followed by the oxygenated blood in the body? Now how do we do that guys? See, I just try to explain to you over here. हमने पढ़ा था the heart has four chambers, that is left atrium, है ना, right atrium, left ventricle and right ventricle, right, and ऊपर we have lungs and we have organ with us. Right guys, we just saw कि when I breathe in, the oxygen goes into my lungs, and the oxygen from my lungs goes into the blood. Right, the oxygen from my lungs goes into the blood, and the oxygen rich blood goes where? The oxygen rich blood goes into the left atrium. From the left atrium, through a bicuspid valve, it comes into the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle it goes into the organ through a blood vessel called as aorta guys. So this is what you have to draw also. If you can show this is guys aorta. Okay, let me write it. Okay, so we have aorta over here, and what is this blood vessel guys, which brings oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium? It is pulmonary vein guys. It is called as pulmonary vein. Are you to understand? Huh? Guys, I'm just explaining it very fast, but yeah, you should be able to put it into words, okay? I expect you to learn that. I know it's very difficult, it's very, very difficult, and even adults suffer, like even I struggle. I have seen people struggle, people of my age struggle, but yeah, that's a very important skill which I want you all to develop. Hey na guys, moving forward, this is the way which oxygenated blood flows. When it comes from the organ, what happens to the blood guys? When the blood comes from the organ, what happens to it? It becomes deoxygenated and it goes to the right atrium. We have discussed the entire pathway followed by the blood in the transportation series guys. Just do watch it, hai na? Let's moving forward guys. Right. Sorry. Write the function of walls present between atria and the ventricle. What is the function of the walls present between atrium and the ventricle? Means इन दोनों के बीच में walls हैं. What does they do? What do they do? Guys, anywhere walls means walls, they prevent backflow of blood. Means I want my blood to flow only in this direction. Okay, I want the blood to flow only in this direction, from left atrium to the left ventricle. I don't want the blood to go back, okay, from left ventricle to left atrium. है ना? To prevent this, I have walls over here. Similarly, right atrium to right ventricle, I want the blood to flow in this direction. I don't want the blood to flow in opposite direction. That is why valve is present over there, guys. Now you'll be like, sir, how does it open? So guys, imagine, see, like this. Say this is above is left atrium and below is left ventricle. So if a blood is flowing from here to here, it will open up. The valve will open up because it is going in this direction. But when it is trying to come up in this direction, it cannot open up. Are you able to understand? It is just pushing the two flaps towards each other like this. It won't open up. whereas when it is going, it is opening up. It can open up like this. So this is what valves do, and it prevents backflow of the blood, right? Then fourth part, guys, write one structural difference between the composition of arteries and veins. Now, like, what do you mean by structural difference? How arteries and veins are different, guys. You can say arteries, structural difference, guys. Arteries do not have walls, whereas veins have walls in them, right, guys? Veins have walls in them. Similar case, like, you know, here like this, veins, you know, if you look at them, like walls are like this, so it will allow movement in this direction. When it comes over here, it can open in this direction, but when the blood is flowing in this direction, it won't open, it will close back, है ना? So this is not possible, whereas this is possible. So walls में the pressure is not there, है ना? Walls are not directly connected to the heart. What are they connected to? Yes, guys, walls are connected to organs. Walls are connected to, veins are connected to organs. Okay, when you talk about veins, when we talk about veins are connected to organs, whereas when we talk about arteries are connected to, guys, heart. Arteries are connected to heart. Are you able to understand? So heart pumps the blood. So heart is putting pressure on the blood flowing through the artery, right? So blood, there is very less possibility कि it will go back, है ना, क्योंकि pressure इतना ज़्यादा है. Whereas when organ से जब blood निकलता है, it becomes deoxygenated, and when vein is carrying it, there is no one pumping the blood through the veins. So here the blood flow is very little slower. So there's a possibility it can go back. To prevent that, we have veins over here, right, guys? I guess I made it little clear. And if you have any doubts, you can put in the comment. But yeah, so yeah, exactly, guys. So as I was telling you, components of the blood are, yes, guys, plasma, right, guys, plasma, RBC, WBC, and platelets. These are the components of the blood. And I was telling you, you know, last slide mein we saw from the lungs, the blood goes to the left side of the heart, है ना? That is to the left atrium and the left ventricle through pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein, it is the only vein which carries oxygenated blood, guys. Then moving to the aorta, and aorta say it goes to the body organ, guys. If you draw a diagram, guys, that is icing on the cake, guys. Biology में ना, whatever comes to your mind, just draw it, okay? अब just draw करो, block diagram draw करो, but draw, okay? It just gives the examiner understanding कि आपको आती हैं चीजें, okay? आपको show करना है कि I know. Okay, how do you do that? By drawing diagrams, because only confident students can draw diagram. It need not be neat and clean, guys. It just should be representative. मतलब it should be clearly representing कि हाँ आप ये बताना चाहते हो. I should be able to understand कि हाँ the student is trying to tell me this. Okay, guys. So I have been telling in my other sessions also कि हाँ diagram, it's important because you will get only 1 or 2 minutes. How much time am I going to devote to this question? है ना, hardly 5 minutes. 5 minutes is too much, I'm telling you, okay? इतना ज़्यादा भी नहीं देना. तो you're supposed to draw a block diagram. Did you see in the earlier slide, how did I draw? I drew it very fast. So like that आपको करना है. Then walls are present between the atrium and ventricle to prevent, yes guys, as I was telling you, backflow of the blood, to prevent the backflow of the blood. Artery has the thick elastic wall, है ना? Arteries have thick wall and elastic wall, whereas veins are thin walled. Why, guys? Because arteries, as I told you, are connected to the heart, right? This is my heart, this is artery. Artery is connected to my heart keeps on pumping, right? Pumping the blood through the artery. So what happens, आपने देखा होगा ना, कभी आप टैप से एक पाइप अटैच करते हो and you open the tap fully, the pressure is too high. What happens to the pipe, guys? It comes off, right? आपने ट्राई करा है कभी? Have you tried balloon like balloon फुलाया like टैप में लगा के? Have you filled water in the balloon? And what happens when the pressure is too much? The balloon falls off, right? So likewise, if arteries are not thick or elastic, what will happen? When the heart is pumping blood, my artery will fall off like a balloon or a pipe. Are you able to understand? So I don't want that to happen. है ना, वो नहीं होना चाहिए ना, right? So that is why arteries are thick walled. As I told you, veins, what happens to the veins? Veins are attached to the organ से vein attached है. So here there is not much pressure. My muscles are not pumping blood. My brain does not pump blood to the vein. Okay, so it is a slow, smooth flow है, तो हो जाता है. It is manageable, right guys? So that's what it said. Valves are present in the veins. As I told you, valves are present in the vein, whereas arteries do not have valves. I have already explained, है ना, to prevent backflow of the blood. Arteries में backflow is not possible because the heart is putting too much of pressure, whereas veins में there is less pressure. Right guys, let's move forward. So yeah. So I have one more question. Name the site of exchange of matter between the blood and the surrounding cells. Yes guys? Yeah, who will explain this? You guys know this? Yes guys. So name the exchange of material between the blood and the surrounding. Yes guys. Sorry, site of exchange between the blood and the surrounding cells. Very easy guys. है ना? We have discussed right कि ये organ है हमारा. This is my organ. Here artery is coming. Here vein is going out. The artery and the vein split into very small pipes or vessels inside the organ. What are these called as guys? Can I say? Capillaries, right? So capillaries में what happens? Exchange takes place between the cell and the surrounding, blood and the surrounding cells. Next guys, draw a schematic representation of transport and exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide in human body. Yes guys, draw a schematic representation of transportation of exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the human body. What are you supposed to draw guys? The same diagram which I was drawing over there. है ना, the lungs, heart, draw the 4 chambers and organ. Guys, block diagram will do over here, okay? If you just draw the block diagram, it would work here like this, है ना? And yeah, from here it goes to the lungs. Yes guys, if you just draw the block diagram, it would work wonderfully, है ना? It just says schematic representation, okay? It does not say artistic representation. Artist नहीं बनना हमें क्या करना है? Schematic representation देना है, right guys? So that's what we would do, है ना? Let me show you the answer ones. The same thing guys, I just need to complete that, है ना? I have explained it already. As I was telling you, capillaries is the answer. It's the site of exchange between the cells and the surrounding this thing. Moving forward. Yes guys, as I was telling you, circulatory system, as you can see, lung, pulmonary vein से it is coming into the, see from the lungs, है ना, the oxygenated gas is coming to the pulmonary vein into the left atrium, from here left ventricle, and from left ventricle aorta is taking it to organs. Like see, can you see, liver is an organ, है ना? Here capillaries, this is artery going in and vein coming out. Artery going in and vein coming out. What are these guys? These are capillaries. है ना? Can you see that these are capillaries where exchange is taking place between the cell and this thing, right guys? Then same stomach में it is going, है ना? So all the organs में it goes, and finally what happens? The veins bring the blood back to the left. Yes guys, sorry, right atrium, and it goes to the right ventricle, and from there it goes to the lungs back again. So as I told you, if you cannot draw this, just draw the block diagrams guys. It would be very neat and clean, right guys? So yeah, so this is how you're gonna try and study. So what we will do is we'll wrap up today's session, and in the next session we are going to discuss more questions. I'm just discussing few sessions, like few important questions only, and next class में we will move forward. And guys, I request you to watch respiration and transportation, ठीक है? उसमें also I have discussed very comprehensively. Right? Just do that guys, it will be very helpful, and this is how we are going to revise further and further. Okay guys, so that's it from my side for today. Hannah, stay tuned. We are going to have a second session soon. Hannah, in that we are going to cover more questions. This is only for first chapter guys. Today's session and next session is going to be for first chapter, and we are going to take second chapter again. Control and coordination also we will be taking. Hannah, so in that also we will be doing important questions guys. Okay, so that's it from my side guys. Till then, stay focused, Hannah. Stay confident. I know I have discussed very less questions, but yeah, like small doses if it comes now, it will be very sufficient, है ना? Instead of bombarding you with too much of knowledge, right guys? And as I keep telling you, है ना, just get any question bank, guys. Get any question bank. Just focus on the last 5-year questions. Okay, आप बस 5 years के questions करके जाओ, and trust me on this, you are gonna get 4 or 5 questions from that directly in your exam. Directly or indirectly, okay, don't kill me over that, but yeah, as per my experience, directly it will come, but yeah, or the wordings might change and indirect questions might come in your exam. Define excretion. Yes, what is excretion? Yes, guys, everyone try. Yeah, it's the process of removal of nitrogenous waste from the body. What is it? Removal of nitrogenous waste from the body. What are the nitrogenous waste, guys? In humans, it is mainly urea, right? It can be uric acid also or ammonia also, but in humans, what is the main excretory substance? That is urea. It could be either uric acid, as in case of birds and reptiles, and ammonia, as in case of fishes. Right, excretion is removal of nitrogenous waste material from the body, guys. Excretion is urination, okay? It is not shitting. Excretion means urination, okay? You should be very clear on this. Shitting is egestion. Removal of undigested food is called as egestion. Yes, guys, next question. Name the basic filtration unit present in the kidney. Very easy, guys, hai na? What's it called as? Please mention in the comments. Try. Yes, guys, it is called as Nephron, the basic filtration unit present in the kidney. My kidney has millions of nephron. This kidney has millions of nephron, and this kidney has millions of nephron. Are you able to understand? This kidney has millions of nephron, and this kidney has millions of nephron. Moving forward, guys, draw excretory system in human beings and label following organs of the excretory system which performs the following function. For example, urine. Which forms urine, guys? Kidney. It's a long tube which collects urine from the kidney. Yes, guys, what collects urine from the kidney? Ureters. And stores urine until it is passed out. What stores urine, guys? Obviously, urinary bladder. Let me just show it to you, guys. Say, this is my kidney, right? Which produces the urine. It leads to two tube-like structures, right? These are called as, yes, guys, we have kidney. We have ureters, which is a long tube which carries urine into the, yes, guys, what do we have over here? We have urinary bladder, and finally we have, guys, urethra. Right, so we just need to remember, like, name it. Forms urine, guys, kidney. It's a long tube which collects from the urine from the kidney, yes, guys, ureters. Then which stores urine? Urinary bladder. And urethra, guys, urethra is the common passage for urine and the semen. We will study when we are doing human reproduction, guys. Are you able to understand? Guys, these days questions are coming in form of this. They won't ask you to draw the diagram directly. They will rather, give you a statement like this and ask you to identify the organ, or they will just give the diagram itself and they will label it A, and they will ask identify A and what is its purpose. So you should write A is kidney. What's the purpose? Guys, purpose is to formation of urine. Right, guys? Moving forward, the same thing, guys. Process involved in removal of the nitrogenous or harmful waste from the body is termed as excretion. And a nephron is the basic filtration unit present in the kidney. And in the diagram we saw, A was kidney, second part was ureter, urinary bladder, as shown in the figure, guys. Right? Last question, guys. In single-celled organism, diffusion is sufficient to meet all their requirements of food, exchange of gases, or removal of waste, but not in case of multicellular organism. Explain the reason for this difference. Are you able to understand the question, guys? A unicellular organism is the one which is made up of a single cell, and can carry out all the functions. All the functions means can carry out respiration, can carry out transportation, can carry out excretion, digestion. So a single cell can do all these things. Whereas if you take a RBC out of my body, so this is my RBC, or if you take a neuron out of my body, say if you take a neuron out of my body, right, so yeah, this is neuron. Right, if you take a neuron out of my body, will it be able to survive outside my body? No, it won't be able to survive outside my body. So yeah guys, as I was telling you, so what will happen if you take a neuron out of my body? It will die. If you take a RBC out of my body, it will die. Right? They cannot survive on their own. Whereas a bacteria can survive on its own. A fungi, yeast can survive on its own. Why? Because a single cell can perform all the functions of the life processes. Now, what happens in case of single cell organism? The cell is in contact of the environment. The entire cell is in contact of the environment, so exchange of material can take place. Whereas my RBC, is it in contact with the environment? No. Is my brain in contact with the environment? No. They are dependent on blood to carry things towards it. My brain is dependent on blood totally to bring oxygen to it, to bring food to it, and to remove waste also it is dependent on my brain, guys. So that is what is the reason for this. Okay, this question has come in the exam, guys. Yeah, as you can see, unicellular organisms can absorb sufficient oxygen because of its complete contact with the atmosphere. What are the keywords, guys? They are in complete contact with the atmosphere, and the rate of absorption, diffusion and anything exchange, basically instead of writing rate of diffusion and absorption, you write rate of exchange, becomes very easy. Whereas in case of multicellular organism, all cells are not in contact with the atmosphere. They need greater amount of oxygen to sustain life process. Why? Because multicellular organisms are very complex. They need more energy. See, for example, me, I am multicellular, I need very much energy, so we are more complex, and hence we need more energy, more oxygen to sustain our life and to carry out the life processes. Yes guys, so we will end the session today, guys, here. Okay, stay connected. Okay, we are going to have one more session on the life process, and then we will move on to the control and coordination questions. We will discuss them also, and so that you have a comprehensive understanding of what type of questions come, guys. This is a type of a hot question. Okay, this was last question which we discussed. It was a type of a hot question, and it is in the first or second page of the NCERT if you book me, if you see. Right, guys, so it is very important, so you go back and revisit all the past year questions. Right, guys, I will help you to do that. And yeah, stay connected, guys. Do watch the chemistry, physics and mathematics videos also. They are wonderful, they would help you to increase your understanding and score good grades. Thank you, guys. Stay motivated, keep smiling. I'll see you in the next class. Bye bye.